So now I've got, just did it off camera. I mean, there's no science behind it or anything like that, just feel. And I've just adjusted all the gibs and stuff. Um, Put on the stop block here. I'm not 100% sure. I got to do a little research on whether, whether this is a square block here, the stops, or whether they're round. I got to do a little bit of research on that. But the next thing I want to do is I want to throw a collet in there, and I want to have the ram running parallel to the knee. I know it's not necessarily important, but I just want to start with everything as square as I can get it, just so I know what's going on with the machine once we make some chips. So what I actually want to do first is make sure that I have something parallel to the saddle motion. So I'm just going to bump this guy in with a stationary spindle indicator, get this running parallel to the movement of the saddle, and then we'll use that to align the ram. So we have two axes running parallel to one another. So I should be able to get that bumped in now. That looks pretty good. So now with the ram moving, this gets a little trickier. That's getting heavy. Just trying to get it dialed in close for right now. Would have been nice if you could have saw that last stuff, but anyways, it was out a mile. And so what I did was I was just visually watching the indicator stylus as it went up and down along this parallel. Still not great, but I think it's closer. Seems like I'm chasing something here. I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start locking the ram and the turret at either end of my sweep here and see what happens. So now what I'll do is I'll use the table, bring this into 0. Lock the table, loosen the ram. Yeah, that's not bad, that's only 15. And that's also good because I just tightened the ram up and it didn't really affect it. So now I'm going to leave the ram tight because I think what I might have been doing earlier was just bumping the ram around and not actually moving the turret. So now the ram's tight. And I'm going to take a little bit of that out. Snug the turret back up. Loosen the ram. And do that 0 again. That's with the ram tight. Re-zero this. Repeat. And I got the same thing. There. That was the turret moving. Snug it back up. Move the ram. Snug it back up. Okay, so we're down to 10 thou. Let's do that one more time now. So everything is snug. At a 0. Loosen the ram. Tighten the ram. Okay, so we're 10 thou heavy. Remove the ram again, or the turret, sorry. And we'll move the ram. Tighten the ram. I didn't have the spindle or the nod tight, which may be part of the problem. So I think what's been happening is because the turret is way back here and I'm indicating out here, I have been under correcting. So I did a couple of larger corrections off camera, and now we're getting closer now. So that is 0. Table's locked. The turret's locked. Loosen the ram. That's heavy, about 4 thou. But I gotta tighten the ram up. So that's about 3. So I'm gonna repeat. I'm gonna actually go probably 5 minus on this one here, on this moving the turret. Lock the turret up. Zero out the table. Loosen the ram. It does move quite a bit when you loosen and move the ram around. So, I mean, this is, and there we go. So that's close enough, and I think it's Tom Lipton who always seems to um, uh, indicate that even when you don't need it, if you make things square to the world, as he calls it, um, you know, just in case something happens, you can always get back to where you were. So anyways, now that the RAM is running collinear to the table, next I'll work on setting up the head. Yeah, that's all that's left now. I'll do the nod on the head first, and then we'll rotate it. Going to use a 6-inch cylindrical square just to get me in the ballpark for both the nod and the orientation, the rotating. So this is this is how I'm using this cylindrical square here, and it's nice. So I'm just adjusting the nod of the spindle head right now, and watching that light there. Let's get the light in there from behind. And that's how simple it is. Even a square will work. It's amazing what you can see with that light behind there. That's in Connolly's machine tool reconditioning book. That's a big part of scraping, is using light with squares and stuff to identify issues. That was 3 moves total. And this is without moving the head yet. So right now the indicator is 2 thou heavy here, and over on this side when I swing it around it's 2 thou light. So we just got to make a slight adjustment here, and I'm going to try and do that in one move. I don't think I got it, because when I tightened up the bolts on the front of the spindle here, I got an extra thou. We'll see what it is here. So I got that zeroed on that side. Yeah, I missed it. I think I got it now. I'm going to re-zero that. What I found was it was easier to take it a little further than I needed. Be a little snug on one of the or two of the fasteners on the head, and then use the screw against that little bit of drag there. And then when I tighten the rest of the screws, I didn't get or the nuts, I didn't get any real movement out of it. Well, not quite there. 1 thou. That was one more move there, and let's check it on this side. So now that I've got the head all square to the machine, I got a machinist vise here I want to set up. Just going to use a square, get it roughed in, and then we'll use the indicator and the spindle, run the table back and forth, get this fixed jaw set up. Yes, I do have a bigger vise, but when I say bigger, and yeah, it needs some help. That's a 6-inch rule. It's got the swivel, but it's a monster. I bought it several years ago now, and was at an auction and probably didn't need to buy it. I'm looking for right now, trying to find a 6-inch Kurt. I've gone too far now on this machine to not put the right vise on there. I mean, if I need it for a bigger job, I am going to get it cleaned up and usable, but for now, my first little job will fit in this machinist vise quite nice. Well, let's start over on this side, see what we got. I've just tapped it in with the square. That didn't work. What I am liking is when I'm reversing my motion on the screw, I'm not seeing a big jump. I think we're there. Close enough for the first job anyways. Just thought I would show this little detail on this machinist vise that was actually a friend of mine from high school. I ended up picking it up through a mutual friend. This little spring steel here keeps the yoke in position, which is very, very nice because it's always ready for the pin.